Well, hello again, visitors. It seems you have arrived just as my mistress has transcribed to me. Are you ready now for the second floor? I understand it's a bit more taxing than the first one was. Hopefully, it isn't too much on you. Here we go. Again. Now let's just waltz through the first floor onto the second floor, and as you can see by the walls around me, we are on the floor of life and death, with what I can only assume as the books of death itself, of death, life, Shadroth, and Earthendroth, also known as Yggdrasil, the Earth Spirit. Praise him be. Well, let's get on with this. I am not as young as I used to be. Life in this world is an oddity at best. Beings of all shapes and sizes combat and feud to no avail, yet can be quite civil in another time. Imbecilic fools. Most beings that are alive reside within the mortal realm. Mortals seem to be an oddity in their own right, gravitating towards their own kind, but shunning each other when no other threat is present. My apologies, a bit old. Several factors plague the mortal realm, along with their positive counterparts. These factors can be detrimental in the lives of mortals. It is said that there are folk capable of foretelling events of these plagues and miracles. The lore tower messes up every now and then with certain little nicks and knacks like that. Ignore them. Of the spirits that observe mortals, none is more vigilant than Volcander, who watches over the lives of mortals, guiding new souls into life and combats the advances of the Reaper. Yes, the Guardian's job is a vital one for mortals to not be overrun by the forces of death. Death is an odd scenario in this world. Of course, we're at the Book of Death now, with these skulls here. Too ominous, you could say, for me. And Darian and all. Death is an odd scenario in this world. Several conflict over this matter as to the existence of the afterlife and what they could mean. Some are partially true, others not so much. The world of spirits is a complex one, as, rather than being a singular entity, like the mortal realm, the spirit world is made up of a greater realm where most spirits reside, along with several pockets of black seas of infinity, which could be anything ranging from the home of immensely powerful spirits, such as my mistress, to a random demon's bathroom. All of these pockets are intertwined with the spirits that inhabit them, and as such are both eternally bound and separated with the overworld that mortals dwell. A common misconception are the terms SpiritBound and mortal-bound, in which the former means to have a connection to a spirit or the spirit world, while the latter means to be made by, used by, or owned by mortals, or the mortal realm, meaning that something or someone can be both spirit-bound and mortal-bound. One spirit overwatches the death of others, They are known as the Reaper, or Grimander. Grimander has powers unknown and watches over the passage of spirits from the mortal realm into the spiritual. But those that evade him, no one knows. Truly, I well thought, Lord Howard. Your secrets. Even after all this time, you still ill avoid me. Ah, yes. Now, to that of the traitor. To a book of shadow at Shadroth with these abominable statues of necromantic practices. The dark spirit Shadroth is a being of fear and hatred among the world. He bears no trait among his creations, as they are the corrupted or risen dead. His sphere is darkness, necromancy, and pure death and destruction in and of itself. Shadroth's realm of the end is far from anyone's, mortal or immortal, reach. This is due to Earthendroth moving the realm beyond even the reach of his brother and sisters, as he wished for no one to discover its contents. There is no known way to get there. Shadroth is the least known of the spirits among the world, as most have lost track of history. His last known location being the Nether, trapped in a powerful crystal capable of facing even the combined power of Earthendroth's brethren, an ultimate trap. There is said to be a group, or rather cult, that hunts for Shadroth along with objects and powers associated with him. They are experienced necromancers, and eager to find their long-forgotten master, and bring destruction and impurity back to the world. As for however many worlds Earthendroth has created, and there have been clashes between these two legendary titans, some of these being of Alcorain, Pharaohs, and Zephyra came to be. Due to Earthendroth bearing forth life in a form of Volcander, Shadroth brought forth the creation of Grimander. However, did not have the spirit's loyalty, as Earthendroth brought Grimander onto his side and turned servant on master. Shadroth, just like the others, has bared a relic on the world, made from binding the corrupted souls of the dead to a book. The Noxonomicon was born so that mortals could harness its power and turn on their creators. Will this happen? Only time knows. The rest of the book is illegible and in tatters, with noticeable amounts of burns. Who could have possibly done this? Oh, I wonder indeed. Well, for today's visit, we only have one more book. It is the longest one, other than that piece of ruin and utter trash. My apologies. I get a bit fierce when I'm angry. And Darian's and this and all. Now let's see. The book of Yggdrasil. Such similar decor, but making sense. The Earth Spirit Earthendroth is a being of willpower and strong resolve among the world. Bearing his creations the will of stone, he has control over every form of earth, ground, metal, etc., nature, and life. The eldest of the United Spirits, however, unlike his younger siblings, has both an intense talent and desire for creating life, the most notable being humans, as he was the one who convinced his siblings to assist him in the creation of humans and the known world, the latest of hundreds, but the only one in which it it and humans turned out with a balance of the 4 traits. Out of the 4, he has the most creations, whether plant, animal, or minor spirit. While he has an enormous number of descendants of humans, the 3 most prominent are centaurs, elves, and orcs. Unlike the other 3, the earthen descendants of humans have an intense relationship with Earthendroth, seeing him as a sort of guardian that they serve regardless of the fact that Earthendroth died in his first life 5 centuries ago, with only the elves knowing of his series of reincarnation, with the elders capable of recognizing the current incarnation of Earthendroth. The descendants of Earthendroth are the only out of the several races able to access their master's realm of Yggdrasil, with those that are close to the spirit being called Yggdras. The realm is probably the most magically annoying to reach, as one must know its ever-shifting location in the spirit world. Otherwise, it's as simple as walking to any forest of any size, shape, or form. The relic of Earthendroth, the Jagged Blade, was forged from the hide of a deceased Beast King, that gave its stony hide to the spirit, with a blade being quenched in Earthendroth's own blood. His trait is the least prominent, as few possess a will strong enough to continue on through even the worst of fates, enduring even worse to reach their goal, and those who do possess the will of stone are few and far between. Getting a little fast there. Yeah. He greatly opposes Shadroth, his eternal foe, in which they clash in every way. As Earthendroth represents life and strength of will and resolve, Shadroth represents death, fear, and hatred. Earthendroth sacrificed everything in his last clash with Shadroth, causing massive destruction at multiple points to release enough magic energy to send the dark spirit into the nether, one of which being Pharos's temple in the mortal realm. And while combating along with the other 3 against Shadroth, sacrificed his life in order to trap Shadroth in his crystalline prison. His brother decided to be the one to guard over Shadroth, while his sisters carried his corpse to bury in a crater, where to this day a monument stands to mark the loss of the spirit. But perhaps he isn't as dead as most perceive him to be. And also, I like these trees. They're very nice. Oh. Well, there we go. And I know today probably wasn't as long as the previous visit. Maybe not. We shall see. Ah, my message. Oh. Well, either way. Well, I'd say this visit was a bit more well balanced than the last one. Perhaps it was because I had more information. Or maybe it was because of the content of it. I shall let you decide on that matter. Either way, I think it is time you be going again. The Lord, however, it is what it is, and reading the tomes is a bit exhausting, more now than ever. For reasons why? Well, the events of the world you will never or fully understand. Not yet, at least. Well, either way, have a good day, humans. I mean, visitors. And, yeah, watch the foxes again. I swear, I need to call Igor up here next time. And, I think it's magic that we're exploring the next one, so, bring your witch hats. Good day, humans.